Hi everyone, it's Brother Paul here. Got another video for you, the part 3. Um, I'll get into the dream here. So it's a pretty simple one. I was in a hotel with what seems to be some friends. Nobody I really know, but we're getting ready to go for a journey. And one of my friends, he starts panicking and he starts saying stuff like, I need to go home, I don't want to be here anymore. So I was trying to calm him down. I said, oh, well, we're getting ready to go. Let's go. Like it's not a big deal. Let's go. And as we're leaving, this panic won't go away. So then suddenly we're on a riverbank and I'm getting in the water. So I proceed to go into the water and I'm relaxed. I got a beach ball in hand. I was pretty much playing. It was at nighttime too. I was pretty much playing as if I was at the beach during the day. But I could hear people screaming and other people very upset. And when I heard my friend yell, I looked up on the riverbank and he was standing up there and he was panicking and he's yelling, I want to go home, I want to go home. So I started going towards him and I asked him like, hey, why are you so upset? Like, what's going on? And he goes, I'm scared of moths and bees. And I took a closer look and there were moths all over his nose and bees on his face. And I was just like, whoa. So I said, well, why don't you come down in the water? They'll let you go. And he goes, I can't, I'm frozen. And he was just standing there. And I'm like, who is that? And I asked again and he identified himself as John. And I'm like, well, John, why don't you come down here? And he wouldn't. So anyway, I said, what exactly are you so scared of? And he's like, the storm's coming, the storm's coming. I'm like, get in the water. So I get to the edge of the bank and I'm like, get in here, get in here. And he kept yelling, I'm sober minded. I don't want to stay here. Just let's go, let's go. And I made him jump in the water and then I went to help him and the dream ended. So here's the interpretation of this. And I want to mention that night I wasn't feeling well. So I went to bed very early, 7:30 early. And I work an early shift, like 6 to 2. So I normally go to bed 10, 11, but I went to bed really early that day. So I went to bed and then I'll interpret this and I'll explain the rest. So hotel is symbolic of a temporary living situation or employment. Journey was the Psalms 119, 105. Your world is in a lamp for my feet, and a light on my path. Number 3 was river, which is a Revelations 22, 7. Then the angel showed me the river of the water and of light bright as crystal flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb. Number 4 was lost in the storm. Psalms 46, 1. God is our refuge, strength, always ready to help. Riverbank was Ezekiel 47:11, but its swamps and marshes will not become fresh. They will be left for salt. Number 6, he was afraid. So I found, I was looking kind of like, it turns out the word fear not is said 80 times in the Bible. So when he was afraid, it was in Isaiah 35:4. Say to those with the fearful hearts, be strong. Do not fear, your God will come. He will come with vengeance, with divine retribution. He will come to save you. Number 7 was moths, which was a Job 4:19. How much more those who dwell in the houses of clay, whose foundations is in the dust, who are crushed before the moth. Bees was number 8, 1 Corinthians 15:55. O death, where is your victory? O death, where is your sting? Standing in fear was a Psalms 56:3. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. Number 10, I was looking for ready to go, but I ended up finding being ready, which was the Matthew 25:13. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour. Number 11, I was looking for night. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. That was a 1 Peter 5:8, by the way. Number 12 was waiting on Satan. 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Sober-minded was 1 Peter 1:13. A lot of Peters here. Therefore, preparing your minds for action and being sober-minded, set your hope fully on the grace that will be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. 14 was jump in the water. Isaiah 43:2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. And number 15, the last one, help him, was the Hebrews 13:16. Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are praising to God. And I'm going to leave this at this one. And I called this one Waiting on the Storm. And I'll be back with the other ones. Talk to you soon. Forgot to add another detail to this video. I'm just going to add it right now. The next morning when I went to work to tell my buddy Dennis about this, we were talking about the dream, and the part that he focused in on the most was the moths and the bees on the guy's face. And we Googled right on the spot what moths had to do with outside the one I found in the video. And I found a Matthew 6:19 that said, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, when moths and rust destroy and where thieves break and steal. And at the exact moment I was reading that, a moth was in our ambulance and it tickled my head, like my hairline. It freaked me out. So God's trying to tell us not to store up anything and to just get ready for something. So waiting on a storm, moths. What are the chances of a moth being inside our ambulance? That's my ambulance. It's under my name. Me and Dennis and Aaron are the only ones using it. And one comes and tickles the back of my head. That freaked me out. So anyway, moving on. Talk to you guys later.